boom, chick, boom, chick.
I went to confess my sins.
Chica, chica, chica. What dumbass messes with nuts, huh?
Now, you might think this is a bit of an excessive reaction. But as you can see, we're already having a pretty cramp-ass day.
Hi, Janel.
Hi, how are you? Sorry, I'm sitting in the back of a pickup truck on a ranch.
That's okay. Way different from your movie, you right?
Yeah, I know. I'm in Texas, back home in Texas. So yeah.
That's okay. Thank you so much for your time. It's a pleasure to talk to you.
Of course.
First, I want to congratulate you on your director debut. And I'm going to start asking, how was like this experience to direct your first feature?
Wow, that's a big question. The experience was really great. I mean, I came out of it with a bigger family. Everybody that all the actors I worked with, I've worked with since, filming the movie, and we've all remained very close. And, I also, I wrote the film with my childhood best friend, Libby. And so that was, the teenagers in us were very excited and proud. It felt like directing that movie was kind of like my film school in a way. So I learned a lot, and I'm super grateful for the experience.
Yeah, you co-wrote the script with Libby. What was the inspiration?
Well, the inspiration was, I grew up very Christian. Libby grew up Jewish. We both have a very high regard for spirituality, religion, God, Jesus, Mother Mary, like any, there is a deep respect there. We kind of just, we wanted to play with the idea of like, kind of like through your darkness comes your light. And so this was like one girl's journey that, isn't exactly perfect. And yet, she finds her silver lining through her connection, with Jesus, even though, it's not your quintessential sort of relationship. But there is like an anchor there, and, kind of like somebody to answer to, and that kind of helps her work through this darkness.
Yeah, I love the cinematography, the colors, the color palette. I think it was amazing. And how was the approach for that? How did you define because the like the red is so red, the blues are so blues, you know what I mean? Like, I love that. Can you talk a little bit about it?
I love that you asked that question, because that's like my favorite thing is the coloring is like, I mean, I was very intentional, with the time constraints. They obviously couldn't be, there was times where I was like, oh, I need that color in the frame. I had a palette that I picked out, and one time I took my own socks off and gave them to Bella, so that there was like a chartreuse in one of the scenes. Like, there was like, I really geek out on coloring, and I sat and like really like with the colorist and really made sure that it was like, dialed in. Coloring to me is like its own, it's like its own character in the film. It's very important.
Yeah, you nailed that, because it's so beautiful. Like in the beginning, I was like, oh my God, it's so rich. So that was one of the best parts, like if not the best part for me, on the whole movie. Also, I want to ask you about the cast, like Bella, Libby's there too, of course, but how did you decide the casting Bella? What was about her that made her the perfect protagonist?
Well, I think there's like I mean, Bella is a really great actress. And there's something really like, I mean, in getting to know Bella very well, like she kind of became like a little sister to me. She has like this, she has this sweetness, and then, you know, she has this like heart, this edginess, this like badass edginess, and it just kind of like made sense that, you know, that's who our Mads would be, because that character has like, you know, maybe it's the Libra in me, but like, you know, the balance of she's got both sides. It just kind of worked. It made sense.
And what was like the most challenge seeing your part of this whole project?
Most challenging part. Wow. Other than well, it's hard to say. Trying to think. I mean, the most challenging part, I guess, would be, like I said, like time constraints, and like, you know, you set out to shoot like this whole movie, and, you know, as you go into filming, you know, we only really had like 16 days to shoot this whole movie. So the painful process of trimming back, I think, was, you know, the hardest, like letting go of like scenes that you were married to because, you know, you just couldn't do it. I guess that would be the hardest.
Yeah, I can imagine, because sometimes you ended up like shooting more than, and then when on the editing room doesn't make sense. I don't know. I think it must be the hard part as well. Yeah. And also like, did you shoot this like before COVID, or was during COVID? Oh
no, we shot it. We just made it by the skin of our teeth before the whole lockdown happened. So,
yeah.
You know, another reason why we couldn't do like pickup shots or anything like that. So we really had to just work with like what we had. And, you know, I'd say, you know, we managed to pull it off where there is, you know, it works. But yeah, so we just barely made it.
Yeah, wow. But yeah, might be a whole different movie or a whole different like set if you have to do it like during COVID, because all these guidelines, all these protocols that we have. And Janelle, are you working in any new projects right now? Anything coming soon for you?
Yeah, I mean, I have a few scripts. I have another one that I'm writing with Libby that is almost finished. And then I have a project that I'm, another script that I finished that is in pre-production that I'm doing with Gavin. And then I also have some other films that I had written that are like out, you know, floating out there. There's a lot kind of on the table right now. So I'm just kind of, it's all kind of falling into place and being fit into my schedule currently. So I feel very blessed and excited.
Do you have like something that like any subject or any genre that you'd like to work with?
Well, I probably won't do another movie with guns. We've already done that one, so we checked that one off the list. I really dream of doing some period pieces. I'm really inspired by that. I really like the idea of playing with you know, reality versus like dream state, and so I have some projects coming up that are of that nature. So yeah, I mean, I'd like to go even further into like more highly stylized and go, you know, even further into the past than, you know, just the 90s.
That's great. I think you'll be amazing because you like not that you like this, your cinematography is cool, and I think that those type of movies need a really good cinematography.
Oh, thank you.
Cool.
No, I really love it. Like I'm a single mom with 2 kids, and I play make believe with my children, and to me the fact that I get to live out my dreams and support my family that way, I feel so blessed. So I really appreciate everything you're saying. It makes me very happy, and I'm super grateful.
That's amazing. So Janelle, I just want to thank you so much for your time. It's a pleasure to talk to you. A lot of success, and I cannot wait for everybody to watch the movie. Thank you so much.
So great. Thank you.
Yes,
so much.
Of course.
Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Okay,
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Sweet Lord Jesus brought me to the city of angels for a purpose.
They do grow pretty in Texas. You can always work for me, you know.
Working at the club, aka selling a bunch of drugs to LA's horniest crackheads. And I should have listened to you.
All the money and all his drugs are gone, okay?
Find a way to get me that 20 grand back. I know your plates. I know your friends. This is a scary drug dealer that I'm trying to make a good impression with.
Now I need your help more than ever. Show me that light.
You're a freaking badass.
We're just supposed to tell people we came to Hollywood to start a convent.
Haven't seen you before.
Well, look at God just working his ways.
Do you know where to get waxed around here?
Always did have a flavor for danger.
I hate them. Should I kill them?
God squad, bitch!
So what don't I know about you?
If you like this video, don't forget to comment, to like and subscribe to our channel right here.